All right, hello. So I'm recording. This is my intro for my creative event number two, where I'll be reviewing a film and saying my thoughts on it. And the film I'm reviewing is a movie called American Gangster. So basically, a young chauffeur named Frank Lucas, played by Denzel Washington. He goes from basically a chauffeur to basically like a crime lord, mafia boss. So the movie starts out. He's the chauffeur for a successful I guess mob man or something, a very important figure within Harlem who's like, invested heavily invested in that drug culture, the mobbing thing or whatever. And then he has a heart attack and dies, right? So then basically Frank, uh he comes in and takes over for him, and he's kind of like an overlooked person at first, kind of like a little man. He's his right hand man, the chauffeur. So, what I'm saying, he's not as respected in the beginning of the movie, but then he decides to take over for the business. He's a very determined, routine kind of guy. Wakes up at the same time every day, does the very same thing, and he decides he kind of has that ambition, and he's like, why? He's trying to cut out the middleman basically with his business. That the thing that separates him. He gets, I guess, his heroin, his drugs straight from the source. So he actually takes, on his own. He goes out to China, flies out, gets the product himself. He has a connect through the military base that's out there. Basically has them imported for him straight from China, the purest form of the drug, and then sells it at the cheapest price on the streets, which like creates an uproar within the business process, or within the what's the word I'm looking for? I guess the community of drugs or whatever, between all the higher ups, and it basically takes them from, like I said, chauffeur to like an overnight crime lord at the top of the ranks. He amasses like a lot of money, and then he learns the ins and out of a business. Well, he already knew the ins and outs of the business, but then he combines it with the new things that he's able to learn. Like now he's tapped in with the Italians and kind of learns how to build an organization and scheme around them. This the movie takes the place. The movie takes place at around like in the 1960s, I believe, in Harlem. And so, like I said, it covers various topics, like racism. I mean, he's the first. Like I said, this a key factor I'm missing out. They say this is based on a true story, which is like actually super crazy when I found that out at the end. But it covers various topics. It kind of shows the progression of America, and the American dream. It kind of covers, like I say, certain ideas of kind of like racism. You know what I mean? It's a black man creating uproar within the business, and within Italian business kind of thing. Um, let's see, what else does it cover? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, it covers aspects of like integrity, morals. What are you willing to do? Give up for a dollar. It also follows the kind of life of a police officer. The struggles of marriage, the struggles of trying to do right, but then also the struggles of like self glory. It covers it, what I'm saying? Like I said, it shows you that American dream, nothing from something. He's able to move his family out from the country, put them in a big house. He gets the beautiful wife, all these things, what I'm saying? That's cool to see, but at what cost? What I'm saying? What he's doing is wrong. He's become kind of like a negative influence for his cousin, who has a chance to play professional ball, but wants to be like his uncle instead, who's heavily invested in his drug culture. So it covers a various of topics. It's become, honestly, after first watch, it's like my second favorite movie all time. Probably first I would say would be Juice, second American Gangster, three Creed three. So like I said, right after I was this about like a 2 hour 39-minute movie. It's a longer, lengthier movie, but I like when movies are able to take their time to really, get you truly invested. I got the patience for it. I had to break it up over the course of days, so maybe that's why it wasn't that bad. But I like when movies kind of take their time. I don't like, I'd rather have a movie that's too long than too short. You know what I mean? Because like a movie that takes its time rather than one where it's like, dang, I wish they would have really invested some more time in it. So it's definitely one of the movies that invest time. It was a good movie. Like I said, I would rate it. Like I said, it's my second favorite all time. Like the moment I was done watching it, I honestly wanted to watch it back on the spot. So it's like interesting to see, and then the fact that it's based on a true story is like kind of even crazier that someone was really able to do this. Um, you know what I mean? You just notice different things. You can tell like how, that old school vibe it was supposed to give off based on the clothing they had the characters dressed in, where it took place, the cars they were driving. It's overall a great movie. I'll definitely watch it again. I definitely recommend it to anyone I know that hasn't seen it already. So yeah.